Hey, it's me, TV, and today I'm going to be doing my classics community announcement video, I guess. This is a kind of like year-long readathon challenge thing that was created by Lucy Powery. I don't know about like her real name, so like I have no idea if I don't know if like a channel is called something else, but I'll link that down below, as well as the Goodreads group where this is all taking place, kind of. So basically, the challenge of the classics community is to basically like read, I think it's like one classic a month or just one classic all around all year. Just basically read more classics than you normally read, which I need to do because I own a lot of classics. So let's just go ahead and dive into what I need to, or what I plan to read over the year. Like, plan is a strong word. It's kind of like, these are classics that I own that I kind of want to get to. Joke's on me. The first three books I'm going to talk about are actually books I have to read for my American literature class I'm taking this semester. First up is The Scarlet Letter by Nathaniel Hawthorne. I'm dreading this one because I think I DNF'd this before, but this is about a girl that is basically knocked up. She has a baby out of wedlock and like the Puritan village, and she gets branded with the Scarlet Letter for adultery, and it's about her life, I guess. I don't know. I DNF'd it before because I got really lost, so yeah. This next book I've never heard about, but it's Ruth Hall, A Domestic Tale of the Present Time by Fanny Fern. This is basically like kind of like Fanny Fern based this story, like novel based on her own life experiences, I guess. So it's based on like Fanny Fern's like life with the death of her first child, her beloved husband, a bitter estrangement from her critical and unsupportive family, and a struggle to make a living as a writer, and eschewing the usual happy ending wedding expected by readers of the popular fiction of the period. She presents a new kind of heroine, a single mother who enjoys a successful career as a journalist, a comfortable income, and a formidable bank account. Goals. It's written as a series of short vignettes and snatches of overheard conversations. Ruth Hall is as unconventional in style as in substance, and is strikingly modern in impact. See, I never heard anyone talk about this. I'm just see if I like it or not. Finally, we have The Adventures of Huck Finn by Mark Twain. I read it before in like high school, but reading it again. Basically, it's a story about how a little white boy learns that racism is bad. That's basically it. This is a book that basically has the N-word used a lot, because it does take place in like slavery times. It's written in like slavery times, so it does use the N-word a lot. So it's a thing that's in the book. And yeah, I read it before. I think I liked it good enough. So yeah, I do have a lot of like general goals. So like I never read anything by the Bronte sisters, so I want to like get out and read some of their novels at some point this year. So like this is like a bind up of like Jane Eyre, Wuthering Heights, and Agnes Grey. And as you know, I am trash for bind ups, so of course I had to get this. I've actually owned this for a few years now, so I haven't gotten around to it. This is like I think all three of their most well-known novels, or some of them, I guess. So I just want to read more of the Bronte sisters. I also have Tenant of Waffle Hall by Anne Bronte, and I have Villette. Was that Anne or Charlotte Bronte over there? So yeah, I have a lot of like Bronte novels that I want to get to this year, just because I know Lucy likes them a lot. So I want to like get in on that hype train, you know. And also I want to read more Jane Austen for the classics community, because I only read it since Sense and Sensibility by her, and I didn't really like it when I first read it. I should probably reread that because it's been like over 4 years, I think, since I last read it, so I want to reread that at some point. But I also want to get around to reading Persuasion, because before I got like halfway through, I think, and I just didn't finish it because I got like school happened, you know. So I do want to like read this too, because like I heard some things about this and I just really want to like get to it. Like, I know about the letter scene from Frederick Wentworth. I want to like experience that hype, like that really like sweet moment about like from myself, you know, because I'm fucking excited. I know this book is about a girl, Anne Elliot, who wants to get married to Frederick Wentworth, but her family basically convinces her that he's a like lowly soldier who's getting sent off to war. He's gonna die. He's not that rich either, so you're gonna become like a poor widow and die alone. So she basically sides their family and decides to break things off. But plot twist, he comes back and he was very successful when he's very rich now, and Anne is a, like, spinster. She's, like, fucking 25, or whatever, you know, she's, like, 28 and, like, not married yet, so she's, like, basically on death's door, according to them, but, you know, whatever. And she wants to get back together with him, but she's kind of, like, torn. That's all I remember, really. But yeah, I've on this for a few years, and I just want to get to it now. One of the bigger classics I want to get to this year is Don Quixote by Miguel de Cervantes. I can't speak Spanish, y'all. I took a French class, and, like, you know, if any of these were in French, I might be able to, like, pronounce the author's name better, but it's in Spanish, not French, so you're out of luck. This is about, I think, a dude that wants to become, like, a knight, I think. He's trying to do it to, like, impress this chick that he doesn't know. He's trying to, like, be a knight to, like, impress her and woo her. But the time that he's trying to be a knight in, like, the era of knights is over. I think it's written, like, the 16th century. The era of knights is over now. There aren't knights anymore. So it's kind of just out of date. It's basically about, you know, Don Quixote and his assistant, Sancho Panza, as they travel throughout 16th century Spain. And it's, like, the funniest and most tragic books ever written. So yeah, I'm read this. I found this because, like, you know, I think the windmill sequence is, like, one everyone knows about because, like, on so many, like, tests in school. So I, like, experienced that. It is, like, really fucking long. Like, I think it's, like, almost 1,000 pages. So this shit is fucking long. I might be, like, one of the times where I read, like, just this one book in a month. Pretty much, I think. These pages also do, like, this really weird, like, thing. Where, like, something really weird to, like, show you off the bat. But, like, okay. This is, like, page 102. So, like, you see this part, well, I don't know what that, like, I don't know if that's, like, intentional or not, because, like, just, like, it's not, like, ripped off, because the page is just has, like, a blank space right there. Don't know if it's, like, added in later or not. It's a weird thing, and then there's, like, these weird, like, stuck together pages. Just even, like, find one to show you what the hell I'm talking about, so don't look fucking crazy. Okay, so, like, right here, don't know if you can see it, there's, like, a, like, light pink strip, like, right here. Like, this page is, like, glued together, it looks like. I can have it on the other side, too, which you might be able to see better. But it's, like, like, pink strip has no idea what it's supposed to do. Because, like, I think it's, like, glue the sections together. But it's, like, how on earth did you make, like, an extra page need to be glued down without having excess pages, you know? Like, I don't understand. Maybe it's, like, intentional, I'm assuming, hopefully. I want to get around to this, because I know it's, like, a really big, like, world classic that had 3 impactful, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, this would be fun to get to. And I was, like, at the top of my tripod of books for a long time. So it's just, like, staring at me. So I really want to get to it, you know? Especially the 20s again, so I also want to read The Great Gatsby, because I've never read it before. And it's super short. I know it's also, like, a classic of American literature, I think. So I should probably read it at some point. All I know is that takes place in, like, the Jazz Age. And the chick Daisy is trying to, get some dick from this rich guy. That's all I really know about it. I think I watched that, like, a movie, and, like, the movie ending pissed me off. So hopefully it's not like the same ending, because that ending was so annoying, but whatever. Next up is Andre Gide. Guide. I know if I can do it again. I can't speak any language besides English, and, like, a little bit of French, so we're out of luck. The Counterfeiters, like Counterfighters. I was published in 1926 when Guide was 57 and shocked many by its honest treatment of homosexuality and the collapse of morality in middle-class France. Its 3 themes: the problems of morals, the problem of the literary artist, and the problem of society, are strikingly illuminated as the protagonist, a young artist, pursues a search for knowledge and the relationships of his own adolescent relatives. Included in this edition is Guide's Journal of the Counterfeiters, the day book kept during the writing of the book, which provides, I can't talk, a unique view into the mind of a Greek novelist at work. So yeah, it's like, I think Gide, who plays Buccaneers, was, like, a gay dude. So it's going to add my little list of classics to be a little bit more diverse, which is always going to be great. So yeah. Next up is Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov. I think it was written before 1970. Yep, 1955, so I'm good. I think you already know what this is about. It's basically about a fucking pedophile who kidnaps this young girl and takes her all across America. Basically, it's more known for having a unreliable narrator because, like, well, Humbert's, oh, that's a sad fucking name. But basically, like, he's a piece of shit and he knows he's a piece of shit, but the way he tells the story makes it so, like, you kind of want to side with him, even though you know that you shouldn't, supposedly. I think I got, like, halfway through this before doing nothing. Oh, nope, I got to page 80 out of, like, 300. So not even halfway there. So I've tried reading this before, but didn't get around to it. So hopefully I can get around to it this year at some point. Next up is Delta Venus by Naineen. I'm not pronouncing right. I already know I'm not. Anai. Yeah, no fucking idea. I know that she wrote a lot of stuff throughout the early 20th century. This is a collection of her erotica that she wrote in the 1940s. So it's a classic. And it'll, like, make my, like, classic list have, like, a little bit more, like, diversity when it comes to, like, content. So it's not just all, like, life stories. This is, like, erotica, which I have no idea how I'm going to feel about it, but I guess we're going to find out. She wrote, like, a lot of, like, novels. I don't know, like, if they were more, like, on the more, like, erotic side, too, or just like, a one-off thing for her. But, yeah, it would be, like, pretty fun to read, I hope. Next up is The Master and Margarita. Now, from what I remember about this book, which isn't to say a lot, because I remember much, it's basically about this guy called the Master. I think, like, his maid or servant or someone called Margarita, and, like, their affair, and shit happens. So I don't really remember about it, but look at this fucking cover. So yeah, look at that. Look at the spine, look at the back. It's all fucking beautiful, so why the fuck not read it, you know? And also want to, like, read as diverse as I can with the classics that I have, you know? It's like, well, I can't read. I don't have a lot of books written, like, pre-1950s that are by people of color, so I have, like, a limited amount of that. So I want to read Their Eyes Are Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston. It's published in the 1920s, I think. Oh no, it's published in 1937. Yes, I think. I think Zora Neale Hurston was a writer during the Harlem Renaissance, which is a period when, like, black writers in Harlem started, like, writing more books, I think. It might even only have to do with literature, but I've been in, like, other arts too. I know that it affected books. And that's the, like, movement she came out of. So yeah, it's about a woman that refuses to, like, let the horrible surroundings around her affect how she feels. She wants to aspire to be something great. So yeah. Next up is James Baldwin, and James Baldwin, who wrote Giovanni's Room. Again, a classic that I got, like, a little over halfway through, I think. I just never finished it. This is basically about a dude who I think is, like, who calls himself straight, but he's, like, fucking Giovanni. And eventually, we know from the beginning of the book that Giovanni got caught, like, doing some same-sex activity, so he's, like, on the route to being executed. And, like, the main dude is, like, he's pretending he doesn't give a fuck, but obviously he does give a fuck, because he feels at least like a little bit guilty, because he's still thinking about Giovanni while he's about to get executed. Just, like, a lot of shit. I just want to get around to reading it because I need to finish it. It is, like, a gay classic, so I need to read it, you know? It's published in 1956, so I'm good. Next up is Pocho by Jose Antonio Villarreal. Again, can't speak Spanish. Don't expect anything great out of me. This is published in, I think, 1959. 1959. And this is about the world of Pochos, Americans whose parents came to the United States from Mexico. It's set in Depression-era California. The novel focuses on Richard, a young Pocho, who experiences the intense conflict between loyalty to the traditions of his family's past and attraction to new ideas. Richard's struggle to achieve adulthood as he was influenced by two roles reveals both the uniqueness of the Mexican-American experience and commentized with the struggles of all Americans, whatever their past. So, yeah. It's like really interesting to read. And it's like under 200 pages, so it'll be like a quick read for me. So, yeah. Next we have American Indian Stories by Zikla Za. Again, not how it's pronounced, I know that. But I don't think I could find any better pronunciation available anywhere else. So that's all I have to go on. Basically a collection of, so this is combining her childhood memories, her short stories, and her poetry. So it is an origin story of an activist in the making, a remarkable woman whose extraordinary career deserves wider recognition. So the writer lived from 1876 to 1936. She was a member of the Yankton Dakota Nation. She was an accomplished violinist, writer, and politician. She co-founded the National Council of American Indians, lobbied Congress to pass the Indian Citizenship Act, and wrote articles for The Atlantic and Harper's, as well as 2 books and an opera, which I want to read all of those. So yeah, she's one of like the early American Indian like writers. So like it's just like important that we read this. All this like edition itself is relatively new. As you saw, like she wrote everything before 1936, so I'm good. And yeah, there's all the classics I want to read for the Classics Community readathon, read-along challenge thing. Will I get to all of them? No fucking way. But I will push myself to read as many of these as I can throughout the ensuing months. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you like this video, like, subscribe, share. You know the gist of it. Yeah, thank you for watching.